Step inside my twisted world, where heroes will collide. Villains aren't the only evil, there are no fucking sides. Every match will test their stats, every loss and win are weighed. Any chance they thought they had could all end up in vain on Combo Breaker.
Demons! Fuck, these things are scary, and you know what? There's only one thing to do when you're dealing with these creatures. Well, I mean, if it wasn't totally obvious, you're supposed to go ahead and kill them in horrific fashions. Endo 2 warriors do it better than today's fighters. Eddie Riggs, the Demon Slayer roadie with a brutal legend. And Doomguy, the bane of all hell and slayer of every demon. Yes! I love Eddie Riggs, and honestly, Brutal Legend is a badass game. I mean, seriously, I suggest you go check it out. It's about this character named Eddie Riggs, who's a roadie for a band, and he gets, like, sucked into a heavy metal world after he dies, and it's just so fucking awesome. Go and play it, seriously. But now on to Eddie's powers and abilities, and even his arsenal. Now, Eddie has some pretty epic weapons and powers, like his demon blood that allows him to grow wings and soar around the battlefield with, like, a demon-like presence. He wields the Separator Battle Axe that can poison foes, burn them, and electrocute them. Hell, it even grows stronger with each kill and even each attack as it draws blood. He also wields Clementine, his magic guitar used for multiple useful abilities that I'll cover in just a moment. Eddie can also hop in his Ride the Deuce, a rocket-powered car with machine guns and, well, heat-seeking missiles on it, useful for tearing through hordes of enemies. With his guitar Clementine, he can play a number of solos that all have different effects and powers. He can use Shocker, where Eddie can electrocute his foes with a quick bolt of lightning, with just a few strums of his guitar as well. With a quick note of his guitar, Eddie can summon a fireball to send foes flying. He also has the Earthshake ability, where Eddie plays a power chord that causes shockwaves to knock foes up into the air and even destroy buildings. With Flashpot, Eddie can launch his foes into the air and stun them with a strum of his guitar. He can play Fire Chord, where Eddie plays his guitar, launching a large flame pillar under his foes to stun them and even burn them. With the Power Slide, Eddie can slide on his knees while playing his guitar to knock foes away and do a decent amount of damage. With the Shock Bomb, Eddie can energize his foes and even cause them to burst open with lightning if they've been hit too much before the attack. Eddie also has some pretty awesome guitar solos he can use, like the Roman Candle, where that has Eddie create a large blast of flames to harm foes. But now on to his better solos. He can instantly summon his car with Summon Deuce. The Anvil of Burden creates a large heavy anvil around his foes' legs, slowing them down. Plus, there's my all-time favorite solo to use in the game, Face Melter. Yeah, you heard me right. Eddie plays this guitar solo that sends a shockwave out that melts his opponent's faces. However, this only works on foes that are on the same level or weaker than him. With Bring It Home, Eddie summons a large zeppelin that flies down and explodes in a horrific explosion of death and just flames everywhere. With the Call of the Wild solo, Eddie can summon a large horde of beasts to fight alongside him. But Eddie isn't all guitar solos. He's actually got some pretty impressive physical feats as well. Eddie's strong enough to destroy the Spider Queen, a large metal spider the size of a building. He can also lift and carry large amps, and his Bring It Home solo is ridiculously powerful, able to wipe out entire hordes of demons. Keep in mind, if we compare this Zeppelin to the blast of the Hindenburg, then this blast should be comparable to that of a hydrogen bomb. Yeah, that's pretty fucking ridiculous. And he's beaten people like Ophelia and even Daviculus, who can tank the Zeppelin blast, and he's also built a car. Now, this may sound like an intelligence feat, but not really, because allow me to explain. He built a car with his bare fucking hands. Like, what the hell is this guy? Eddie's quick enough to dodge fireballs and lightning bolts and keep up with Daviculus in combat, who can also dodge lightning. He also has his wings and car that only increase his speed even further. He's durable enough to be burned, stabbed, fall large distances, and be struck by lightning. Hell, he's even survived shots from Daviculus, who's superior to Eddie's Bring It Home Zeppelin blast. Yeah, that's a pretty impressive durability feat. But don't get me wrong, Eddie is actually pretty damn smart for all that brute strength. He's a genius battle tactician, and he knows how to lead an army. He also builds stages and merch booths, and he builds a freaking car in seconds. And all of this was just with his previous knowledge of what he learned through being a roadie. Plus, he has all this fighting experience against demons and other awesome creatures of doom. But he isn't perfect. Eddie can't continuously play his guitar because it'll actually get warmer and warmer at each time he plays it, and he can't play it when it's glowing because it's too hot and he'll burn himself. He does have to wait for his guitar to cool down, and he's also incredibly vulnerable when playing his solos. It leaves him incredibly open to just attacks in general. Doom. Truly one of the best and most badass video games ever. Plus just a revolutionary game for FPS games in general. Honestly, I would be shocked if Doomguy doesn't make it into Smash. He's like the Mario of first-person shooters. But instead of talking about the impossible, let's talk about Doomguy's gear, and holy shit is this guy packing some heat. Doomguy wears the Predator armor, a very impressive set of armor that's resistant to gunshots, melee weapons, fire, acid, and really just about most conventional forms of combat. That is, as long as his shield is up. But his shield can be destroyed and won't be able to regenerate unless he picks up more armor packs, and this shield can be broken just through force of any of those things alone. He also wields brass knuckles, a fire axe, multiple grenades, a fire extinguisher, and a chainsaw. He also has special things like a siphon grenade to steal health and a hologram generator to make fake versions of himself. He also has a standard pistol that shoots plasma shots, but those are mere kids' toys compared to the juiciest fuck killware he's packing. Like his shotgun, or super shotgun, which is like his normal shotgun, but super. He also has a machine gun, a chain gun, a rocket launcher, as well as a plasma gun, and even a fucking Tesla gun. He also has a plasma cannon, LMGs, as well as the Hellshot energy gun, and the Vortex rifle. He also has the Gauze Cannon, which is like this huge-ass energy cannon, and he has so much more that he can use to slaughter hordes of demons. But his two best weapons are truly ungodly. The first one stands as one of my favorite fictional weapons of all time, the BFG 9000, or Big Fucking Gun 9000. A giant plasma gun that destroys pretty much any foe with ease and can even kill foes that just passes by if it's too close, as it sends out these lightning plasma shots that shock the foe to death. But if he needs even more firepower, he has the Unmaker, an ungodly death machine that destroys demons with ease, but it only works on demons, sadly. You see, it works by using their own demonic energy against them, so if they're not a demon, there's no energy to use. He also has the Grabber Gun and a few power-ups such as the Berserker power-up that increases his physical strength immensely, but leaves him unable to use firearms or grenades. He also has the Haste Sphere that increases his speed, the quad damage that quadruples all of Doomguy's strength, and damage output in general, and he has the Invulnerability Orb that allows him to become, well, invulnerable for limited periods of time. And if Doomguy needs an extra boost in power, he can activate his special transformation where he turns into the Baron of Hell. This allows him to throw demonic energy blasts, and it gives him an extreme stat boost, allowing him to crush enemies that he would previously have to use a little bit of effort to kill. Doomguy is super strong, as he's strong enough to kill demons with his bare fists. Using his Berserk power-up, he can fight cyber demons with his bare hands, and as of the new game, he can physically mutilate hell guards and cyber demons with ease. Hell, at full power, his BFG can put out about 167.012 tons of firepower, and Doomguy can bash in a demon's skull with a single punch. Hell, he can even slash through huge hell barons with his chainsaw, and he's killed huge-ass demons with nothing but his bare fist, the same demons who can rip open metal doors with ease. Doomguy is also stupidly fast, as he's easily capable of outrunning his own 660 mph rockets, despite the restrictions of his armor and him firing the rockets in front of him. He's also dodged lightning, and his haste spear only allows him to move and react even quicker. Now, Doomguy can also survive hits from cyber demons, hell guards, and he's managed to survive hits from the Baron of Hell. Not to mention fireballs, electricity, large demons, and even blasts from items similar to the BFG. Doomguy is a freaking genius and a trained marine. He's cleared out all of hell on more than one occasion, and he can use pretty much anything as a weapon. Hell, he can use your own limbs as a weapon. You don't want to fuck with Doomguy. Doomguy is far from perfect. The shields on his armor actually can't regenerate, his power-ups have time limits, and he finds great pleasure in destroying things. Not to mention his Berserk power-up takes away his ability to use guns. Alright, our combatants are set. Which badass demon slayer will come out on top in a fight to the death? Eddie is flying through Meadowland, looking around as he hears the bang of a pistol as bullets fly past him. Eddie quickly turns to look behind him to see Doomguy aiming at him from the ground. Doomguy zooms in and shoots Eddie through the wing as he falls to the ground. As Eddie stands back up to see Doomguy rushing towards him, Doomguy then jumps straight towards Eddie and knees him in the head. Eddie stumbles back as Doomguy draws his shotgun and points at Eddie, who ducks as Doomguy fires his shotgun. Eddie slashes his axe down at Doomguy, who puts up his arm to block. Eddie's axe gets stuck in Doomguy's arm as Eddie kicks him back, pushing him away as he rips the axe from Doomguy's arm. Doomguy pulls out a purple orb and crushes it, causing his armor to glow purplish as he pulls out a chainsaw. Doomguy then charges at Eddie and jumps into the air, boosting himself even higher with his rocket boost, as Eddie grabs his guitar and strums it, striking Doomguy out of the air with lightning. Doomguy then collapses on the ground as electricity flows through his suit. He then looks over to see Eddie standing over him. As Eddie swings his axe towards Doomguy, who kicks it from his hand, sending it flying from his hands, Eddie looks over to see where it lands as Doomguy gets up and headbutts him. Eddie puts his hand on his head as Doomguy grabs Eddie and pulls him in close and shoots him in the chest multiple times with his plasma pistol. Doomguy throws Eddie to the side, launching him against a rock. Doomguy then reaches for his BFG as he looks over to see Eddie playing his guitar. Doomguy charges his BFG, but before he can fire, Eddie's car zooms in and hits Doomguy, causing him to drop the BFG as it slides over towards Eddie's axe. Eddie smiles as Doomguy stands back up, barely moving, as he hears the strumming of a guitar. Doomguy looks over at Eddie and charges towards him, but he's stopped in his tracks by a Zeppelin flying straight down towards him from behind. Doomguy grabs an orb and crushes in his hand as the Zeppelin explodes on him. Eddie yells out, "Hell yeah!" only to see Doomguy emerge from the flaming remains of the Zeppelin. Doomguy and Eddie look over to see the axe and the BFG on the ground between them. Both of them rush towards their weapons as Doomguy takes off his helmet and throws it at Eddie, who stumbles back as Doomguy rolls forward and grabs his BFG. Doomguy aims the BFG at Eddie, who starts playing his guitar. Before Doomguy can pull the trigger, a sound wave hits him, causing his face to melt off, as Eddie sits down and sighs in relief. Alright, our winner is Eddie Riggs, and this is a pretty clean-cut fight for the most part. When it comes to strength and durability, Doomguy is super strong. I mean, he constantly rips through demons with his bare hands, and his BFG with his best power-up should be around the multi-city block ranges of strength. And he can take attacks from demons who are strong enough to take multiple shots from these with ease, so his durability should be around that level as well, especially with maximum shield. But Eddie has him beat, as he can take down building-sized monsters, and he has the Bring It Home solo that can call down a Zeppelin, that if we compare it to the Hindenburg, can hit large town levels of power. He can also kill demons like Diviculus who can survive the Zeppelin blast, so at least Eddie should have large town levels of strength and durability, putting him way above Doomguy's best feats. When it came to speed, both Eddie and Doomguy were about dead even, with Fireball and Lightning dodging, but Eddie can about edge out with his Demon Wings and car that would give him an extra speed edge. So both of them also had X factors that could help take the victory. For one, Doomguy had his anti-demon weapons that would do absurd amounts of damage to demons, but Eddie's only part demon, so these weapons won't be as effective against him. However, Eddie can literally one-shot Doomguy with his Face Melter solo. You see, that only works at enemies that are weaker or equal to Eddie, and well, Doomguy is weaker than him, so he could just melt Doomguy's face in the beginning of the fight. Yeah, there isn't much Doomguy can do in this fight, especially if his face just gets melted off in the very beginning of the fight. And most of his power-ups would just, prolong the inevitable. Yeah, he can turn vulnerable and he can boost his strength, but it's not enough to give him the win. So looks like Eddie would have had a hell of a time putting a brutal end to Doomguy's legend. Oh god. Just the puns. So bad. Our winner is Eddie Riggs. Next time on Combo Breaker.
Arriving in the speed of time. Spectacular, 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 spectacular.
Frank West vs. Spider-Man, a battle of the photographers or photojournalists, or whatever the hell Spider-Man is. They both use cameras, that's the whole connection, that and their whole little Marvel vs. Capcom rivalry. First of all, let me thank you all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this to any friends you know who like versus debates. And, tell me what you think of the next match. Give me your predictions, maybe suggest matches in the comments, and they might happen.